Oh, there we go. We can even fade in now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live stream. The second one in as pretty much as many days. I last live streamed Friday, was it? I don't know. A couple of days ago. Welcome in to this stream. We are live. What am we going to do on this stream? Well, last night was the Firework Champions at Arley Hall in Cheshire, and I went there, and I have tried to stream there several years ago, and there's no signal there. And that's one of the issues we have with streaming. I would love to bring you guys live firework displays as they happen around the country, but most of them happen in rural places where there is virtually no signal. No 5G, very lucky if you get one bar of 4G, if that. As an example, I uploaded a photograph from the fireworks yesterday, and it took about 5 minutes to upload that photo to YouTube. So streaming is sadly out of the question, but I did film all the displays, and so I thought I'd show them tonight on this stream. So welcome in, everybody. There's a few of you in the chat. If you watched my stream a few nights ago, you'll know I've got a new streaming setup here, multi-cameras and lights and all kinds of stuff, and been tweaking it a little bit since then. I've now got the chat kind of in front of me, so I can see chat without having to turn over here, so that should be a lot better. And the lights at the back here, I've raised these up a little bit as well, so tweaking it as we go. So let's see who's in the chat. Baby Peach is in the chat saying hashtag the mighty midweek Marko. Yes, I like that. Thank you very much, Baby Peach. Baby Peach says, is it just me in the chat, or will more people come on? More people will come on. It's because you chatted before the stream started. You chatted about 10 minutes ago, that. So Craig is here. Hello, Craig. Says, evening, hoping to catch you live tonight. Welcome in, Craig. And Jammy is back as well. So Jammy, greetings once again. Thank you very much, Jammy. Nice to see you. So let me just check. That's okay. Good. I've just got a warning on my computer. Just wanted to check it, but it's all okay. We seem to be all right. So there we go. So yeah, so last night was the Firework Champions. If you're not familiar with the Firework Champions, it's a series of competitions. It happens around the country at different stately homes. I think this year they're doing it at 7 different stately homes around the country. And basically 3 teams compete, 3 professional firework companies compete to put on the best display, and the audience actually vote. So some competitions we have in the UK are decided by judges. This one is decided by the public. The public can text and vote in which is their favourite display on the night. And then there's a closing display, which is performed by one of the previous year's winners. So 4 displays last night, each last about 10 minutes. And we're going to show those in a minute or two. We'll just wait for a few more people to come on, because I know a few people are waiting for this stream. So do come on and say hi in the chat, and then we'll get things started. So let me talk a little bit more about the Firework Champions. In fact, let me show you. I've got a graphic that will show you the different locations, because some of you outside the country may not even know where Arley Hall is. In fact, some of you in the UK may not even know where Arley Hall is. So let me show you a little graphic here. This is where the 7 Firework Champions competitions are taking place this year. So Stamford Hall already happened at the start of August. Arley Hall was yesterday, and that's the one, if you see the graphic on the right, of the UK. That's in the northwest, fairly close to where I am, so that's the one I went to. Next up, next weekend is Belvoir Castle. Then it's Newbury Hall, Easton Castle, Hatfield House and Ragley Hall. So actually, yes, I say these happen at stately homes. Some of them happen at castles as well. So that just gives you a little bit of an indication of the geography of where these are. So they're fairly spaced out, which is good. I would love to go to them all, but obviously some of them are a bit further afield. So Arley Hall is my closest, so I tried to make a point of going there. And it was nice to meet a couple of you as well, because I did post that I was going to be there, and some of you came up and said hi. So it was really good to catch up with you guys there. So that's Arley Hall. Let me show you an aerial shot of what Arley Hall looks like. So it's a big stately hall in the middle of fields. So it is in the middle of nowhere. It means there's plenty of space to do big fireworks. So that's Arley Hall. Surf Bum is here. John says hi. Hi, Mark. So hi, John. Welcome in. So yeah, that was Arley Hall. That's where I was last night. 4 displays. It's billed as a family event. Tickets are, I think, £30 for adults in advance, 35 on the gate, and under 5s are free, which is good. But if you're considering going specifically to the Arley Hall one, the car parking site is quite a trek from the display area. So you've got to just factor that in if you've got very small children. Also, because of the time of year it is, it actually happened in start of August this year. Last year it happened, I think, start of September. So a little bit darker earlier. At the moment, sunset time is, I think, around about 9:15, 9:10, something like that here in the UK. So it means the fireworks themselves don't start till about 9:30, and it means the event doesn't finish till close to 11 o'clock. So it's something to factor in. I did take my daughter last year. She was 3 at the time, and because it was such a late night for her, she actually ended up falling asleep and missed all the fireworks, and then trying to get her back to the car at the end was a challenge because it was a bit of a trek. But so this year just myself went, and we didn't go with my daughter, but I still had a great time. So I say there were three displays, 3 competition displays, and then a closing display. But prior to that, there was a drone display by Drone Swarm. You may have heard of them. You may have even seen footage of one of their previous displays on my channel. You're probably familiar with drone shows now. They're becoming really popular. I know Disney do drone shows. Lots of people do drone shows. Drone Swarm, they're okay. When I first saw them, 5-6 years or so ago, when drone displays were in their infancy, I was kind of blown away because I'd seen footage of them, but when you see them in the sky, it's like, wow. Now that I've seen bigger displays with thousands of drones in the swarm, I have to say that Drone Swarm's shows here are a little bit basic. They only have 120 drones in the swarm. In fact, I'll show you a little bit as I'm talking about it, because I'm going to have to show it without sound, unfortunately, because it's one of these things, YouTube, and this is what makes doing professional firework displays, putting them on YouTube, really difficult, because a lot of the music gets copyrighted and gets banned from being shown in certain countries. Now, most of the time that's Russia and Belarus, so I don't really mind, but some of the music in Drone Swarm's one wouldn't be allowed to be shown in, I think, the United States and the United Kingdom. So I know a lot of you are in those areas, so I didn't want to put that on. So I will put that on without sound, but it's okay because, let's be honest, drone shows are not really that choreographed to sound anyway. So this is Drone Swarm from last night. Let's, in fact, I'll tell you what, we'll put it on like this. Here we go. So you can still see me and I'll talk over it because, there's no audio on this because I've had to mute it because of YouTube. So this is Drone Swarm, 120 drones in their swarm, so quite basic. If you've never seen a drone show before, as I say, you'd be impressed by this because I've seen a few now, and I've seen footage of some of the ones you see in China where there's thousands of drones and they're really quite impressive. There's only 120 in here, so not as impressive. And basically they just did sort of shapes. So there you go, you can see there's a rose there in the sky. And because there's only a limited number of drones in these displays, there's a gap. So you'll see in a minute it's going to morph into another image, but it takes time for those drones to physically move to different positions in the sky. Whereas if they had, for example, double the drones, they could instantly switch from one picture to another rather than have this section you can see now where the drones are kind of moving and morphing into their next one, which is they are a face, a winking face. So a little bit basic. It'd be nice if there was more drones in the swarm, but at the end of the day, I can't knock it because it doesn't always happen at Arley Hall. Arley Hall is very close to Manchester Airport, and quite often there have been years where they've not been able to do drones there at all because they've not been able to get clearance because it is so close to the flight path. So I'm pleased it happened yesterday, but as I say, it was a little bit basic. There we are, there's more smiley faces. It lasted about 6 minutes, the display. And because it wasn't quite dark, because this happens before the fireworks, there was still quite a lot of light in the sky, which is, you can actually see that on the video. So not as impressive as if it would be pitch black. But videos, I have to say, videos of drone displays don't do them justice. They do look better in real life than they do on here. So they are, there's a ghost. So, didn't seem to be any kind of theme to these images. Just random images. There's a let me spin it on a bit. Let's see what else we had. Let's see what it morphed into then. A cow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why there was a cow. A duck. Yeah. A dog. Somebody on a bike. spin it on a bit more. A girl with wavy hair listening to headphones. Hot air balloons. And that is meant to be a union flag representing the UK. Didn't really come out amazingly well, but there we go. So that's drone swarming, and yes, they all come back down to ground. So that was kind of the entertainment before the fireworks. So yeah, it was okay. It was all right. Let's cut back to, there we go, to me. So let's get right into the first display. The first display was by a company called Star Fireworks. So again, these are all professional companies, display companies here in the UK. Star Fireworks have apparently been around for 54 years, so they've got some experience. They've competed before, but this is the first time they were actually at Arley Hall. And they work across the UK, firing for customers from the Isle of Wight right up to Scotland. Their clients, I'm reading this is information they've provided. Their clients include football clubs, rugby clubs, racecourses, TV shows, blue chip companies such as BMW, Coca-Cola, Deutsche Bank, as well as clients such as the Rolling Stones, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Christina Aguilera, and even the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. So they have quite a variety of experience. Their work sees them firing from rooftops, barges, cruise terminals, castle walls, as well as TV sets for shows like This Morning and Blue Peter. They've provided fireworks and special effects for the UK Big Brother TV show since 2002. So, Star Fireworks, this is their display, and I can show you you can hear the audio on this because YouTube doesn't copyright this particular audio. Well, it does, it blocks it. If you're watching from Russia or Belarus, yeah, you might not be able to see this, but the rest of you guys enjoy. This is Star Fireworks display.
Hello, fair travelers from far and near. You have journeyed to witness something truly magical and spectacular, an experience that will undoubtedly bewilder you. Tonight, dreams and fireworks entwine, merging into a spellbinding moment in time. A night where the very stars have stepped aside, watching in awe as a grander magic takes center stage. This is more than a show. It is a story. A powerful yet gentle tale, told in color and sound, igniting the sky like the pages of a forgotten legend. Watch how they rise and fall, how they shimmer and fade, each one carrying a whisper of dreams, a heartbeat of wonder. enchantment that lingers long after the embers fade. This is the power of dreams. This is the spell of fireworks. Let your spirits dance with the final echoes of thunder. Watch, wonder, and believe, as you have witnessed here today, a truly astonishing display of pyrotechnic art. splinters of light flicker and fade into the night. May this magic stay with you. May your dreams burn as bright as these outbreaks of wondrous color and imagination. May you carry the wonder of this night forevermore. Until we meet again.
Well, there we go. So that was Star Fireworks display from last night's Firework Champions at Arley Hall. Let's say hello to a few more people in the chat. David says hello from Wales. Jammy says beautiful. So we've got a Jimmy and a Jammy in the chat. Welcome in, folks. LSU Mum, hello. Marguitar, hi all. I'm going to have to watch this in the morning. Wanted to say hello before retiring for a hopefully good night's sleep. Love this. I've crewed in a couple of displays in this vein. Yes, I actually crewed at Arley Hall for one of the displays 2 years ago as well. So yeah. Heather is here. Heather Springer says hello. So yeah, so that was Star Fireworks. If you're just joining me, this is last night at Arley Hall at the Firework Champions. There were 3 displays that were all competing to be the best. That was the first one. Okay, so we'll show the others in a second. LSU Mum says, I love fireworks. I could sit in a comfortable chair and watch them for hours. Well, we're not going to be going for hours, but here's another 10-minute display. This was the second display of the night. This is from Fire Monkey Pyro, which is quite a cool name. I like that. They were established in 2016. They won their first Firework Champions competition in 2017. And last year, 2 years ago, 2023, their display designer took over the running of the company. So a change in personnel at the top. They offer bespoke firework displays, both musical and non-musical, stage pyrotechnics and special effects for all events, and they're based in the Midlands with a crew with over 75 years experience. So this is Fire Monkey Pyro's display from Arley Hall last night.
Who never ever learned to
So that was Fire Monkey Pyro's display last night, the second of 3 competitors from Arley Hall at the Firework Champions. Let's catch up with chat and see what you guys thought of that. LSU Mom says, love this music. Heather says, pretty snazzy music. Craig says, had a great evening for it. Yeah, the weather was okay during the fireworks. It did drizzle a little bit during the sort of the build-up, but for the actual display itself, the conditions were perfect. There's a little bit of wind, so the smoke didn't build up and blew away, but wasn't too much wind that it kind of spoiled the effect. So yeah, the conditions during the displays themselves were good. Craig says the music seems more engaging with this one. I did like the narrative, some subliminal messages to vote for, including yes. So in the first display, there was a bit more sort of spoken word and stuff. So Craig says he prefers this second one. What did you guys think? Comparing those 2 that we've seen so far, don't forget there's one more to see in the competition. First one was Star Fireworks, that was Fire Monkey Pyro. Which of those 2 did you prefer? Let's have a look. This is nice, says LSU Mum. Oh, I like this, says Heather. It's nicely done, says Craig. Wow, the fireworks go so well with this song, perfectly timed. I can tell lots of planning went into this display. Yeah, months of planning will have gone into these displays. Very nice, says Heather. Willow finales take some beating. Yes, willows are those big shells at the end where they hang in the sky for a long time. So, Baby Peach says, I finally received a YouTube notification from the Great Marko. Great, it's Joey's World here. Hello, Joey's World crew. Welcome to my garage, the new improved garage with new lighting and camera angles and stuff. I've not shown you the camera angles. Let's have a little. There's a camera angle there. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's just for you guys. I completely lost where I am in the chat now. Oh, there we go. Heather Springer says, I like the second one best so far. The second one. It's Joe's World says, excuse me by the way for coughing. It's Joe's World says you could easily do that in your backyard. Yeah, I don't think I have quite the space to do that. But I say that was the second of 3 displays, and then there was a closing display. So that was Fire Monkey Pyro. The next competitors, so the 3rd display of the evening, was by a professional company called Monumental Fireworks. Now, they've never competed in any competition and stuff before. So this was their first time in the firework competition, but they've watched it for years, so they kind of know what's expected of them. They're a family-owned business run by 2 brothers, and they love fireworks, and they do weddings and things like that. Various different things like that. So all over the country, including weddings, bonfire night displays, Christmas light switch-ons and gender reveals. And interestingly, they use the FireTech firing system, which if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that's the same firing system that I invested in last year. Now, a really great firing system. So they use that, and they use that in their display. So this is Monumental Fireworks from last night. This was the 3rd display of the competition. So check this out and see what you think.
It's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all, and the darkness inside you makes you feel so small. But I see a true color shining through. I see a true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful. Show me a smile. Don't be unhappy. Can't remember when I last saw you laughing. If this world makes you crazy and you've taken all you can bear, you call me up, 'cause you know I'll be there. And I'll see your true colors shining through. I'll see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show. Your true colors are beautiful.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. Been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what can gather. You'll feel a dream, can't you see, getting closer. Just surrender, 'cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flying open. It's a picture in the pulpit and your blind devotion. There's something breaking at the brick of every wall. It's holding on that you know. So tell me, do you want to go? Where it's carrying on the colored lines, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, it's taking over you.
Yeah, thank you for letting me know that. Oh dear, I've just waffled for the past minute and a half and you haven't heard a thing. I'm still getting used to this new technology. It's very cool what I can do, and I just forgot to unmute my mic. So thank you very much for letting me know, Aaron. I appreciate that. LSU says no sound. Craig says muted, Mark. Everyone's saying sound. Sound, no audio, I'm muted. Yes, I've just unmuted myself. Thank you. What was I saying? I can't remember because I've just spoken for like a minute and a half without... There we go. Yes, we're back. Do you hear what I hear? Now I do, yeah. So I was just catching up on the chat. I was just saying that was the third competition of the display from Monumental Fireworks. There is a poll in the chat. Let me know which of those three was your favourite, and I'll tell you which one won on the night very soon. People were saying, yes, those hearts were good, says Heather. There was also some smiley faces in there. I don't know if you saw those. It's always interesting with those pattern shells because they're 2D. They always have to fire a number of them at once. So the hope is that at least one of them is kind of correctly orientated so the audience can identify what it is. So Baby Peach says, my birthday is next month and you'll be 21 years old. Happy birthday for next month, Baby Peach. Alice Humor says, whoa, the greatest showman. Craig says, keep my vote close to my chest. Wonder if Marko can set up a poll. People saying happy birthday to Baby Peach. And then, yes, people were saying there was no sound. So there was sound. Don't go anywhere, though, guys, because even though those were the three displays of the competition, there is one more closing display. Each year at these competitions, they invite one of the previous year's winners back to come and do a display at the end. It's not part of the competition. It's a big closing display, and it doesn't have the same restrictions as the competition displays because there are obviously rules for the competition. There's a limit on the size of the shells, the big aerial fireworks that the competitors can use. I think it's from memory, I think it's 5 inches for the Firework Champions. So all those three displays, none of the shells in there were bigger than 5 inches. But for the closing display, they don't have those restrictions, so they can do some bigger stuff. So let's check on the poll. Let's see who's winning on the poll at the moment. So in third place, Star Fireworks, that was the first display with 12%. Second place with 38% of the votes was Monumental Fireworks. That's the one you've just seen. And the winner of my poll here with 50% of the votes was the second display, Fire Monkey Pyro. Excuse me, I'll end that poll there now. So actually, yeah, you guys agree because Fire Monkey Pyro, the second display you saw, was the winner last night as well. I thought it was the best display as well, so I agree with them. I just think the colours of it, the timing of it, the product they used, it was very well executed. The first display, yeah, it was okay, nothing earth-shattering. The third display, of course, by Monumental Fireworks, considering they've never entered a competition, a firework competition before, that was their very first one. That was a good effort from them for their first attempt. But yes, I do think the second display, the Fire Monkey Pyro, deserves to win. Baby Peach still saying they've not got any sound. You have got sound now, but you might be a few seconds, minute delayed. Click the live button at the bottom of YouTube. You'll jump back to live. You'll be able to hear me again. LSU Mum says my order was second one, then the third one, then the first one. But all great displays. Yeah, I enjoyed the second one, says Baby Peach. Voted for number 2. Yes, I agree. I think number 2 was a clear winner, certainly. So I say there was one more display in the evening, and that was by Distant Thunder Fireworks. They won last year, not at Arley Hall. I can't remember where they was. No, I've not got that information. They won one of the other competitions because I said earlier these firework competitions happen all around the country. There's 7 of them. They happen over different weekends during August and September. So when somebody wins, they get invited back to do a closing display. So this year, Fire Monkey Pyro, that second display you've just seen, they won. So they will be invited back to one of the firework champion competitions next year to do a big closing display. Craig says I went Monumental, then Fire Monkey, then Star. Interesting. Okay, yeah. Enjoyed them all, says Craig. Great start to the season. Ragley Hall. Thank you, Aaron. Yes, so Ragley Hall. So the closing display by Distant Thunder, they won at Ragley Hall last year. Distant Thunder have been around since 2008. Initially set up as a hobby and then developed into a business. And in 2019, they became the British musical champions in Southport. So I've seen Distant Thunder a few times now, so it was nice to see them back again. And they did a closing display. I say didn't have the same restrictions as the competitions, so bigger shells and things like that. But here's their display, and I'll try and remember to unmute my mic at the end of it. Here we go.
feet. Boom, 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 boom.
Écoutez-moi, moi la chanteuse à demi. Parlez-moi à vos amours, à vos amis. Parlez-leur de cette fille aux yeux noirs et de son rêve fou. Moi, ce que je veux, c'est écrire des histoires qui arrivent jusqu'à vous. C'est tout.
So there we go, that was the closing display from Arley Hall's Firework Champions from last night by Distant Thunder Fireworks. So I say that wasn't judged as part of the competition, that was a big closing display. They were a previous year's winner from last year and they came back and did a closing display. So that was the 4 displays. So each one lasting 10 minutes, so 40 minutes in total of fireworks. The cost of the event, £30 for an adult, which is about $40 odd for those of you watching in the US. I say these happen all around the country. So let me show you the image again. Let's go back to this. So Arley Hall was last night. Stamford Hall was the week before. So if you like that kind of firework display and you're in the UK and you want to go and catch one of these Firework Champions, it's different companies showcasing at each, competing at each. So the teams you've seen tonight will not necessarily be the teams you see at these other places. But there's one next week at Belvoir Castle, then Newbury Hall, East North Castle, Hatfield House and Ragley Hall. So there's another 1, 2, 3, 4, there's another 5 of these happening over the next month or so. So they are good events, they're family friendly events, so I enjoy them. I go to Arley Hall because it's the one nearest me, but if you live somewhere else in the UK, I'd encourage you to go along to them. They are good fun. 3D Printer Guy says I'm off to Belvoir Castle next weekend. Hi 3D Printer Guy, by the way. I've not said hi to you. Tina McNeil is here as well. Hello Tina, welcome in. Craig says that was fantastic. Yeah, it wasn't a bad closing display. I still think the Fire Monkey Pyro display was better. But anyway, that was a closing display from Distant Thunder. It was okay. Everyone's saying hello to 3D Printer Guy, so yeah. So that was the Firework Champions at Arley Hall. Just clipped Marko mute himself. I should be unmuted. I am unmuted now. I've learned from that mistake. Sorry about that earlier, guys. I am still getting used to this new kind of newfangled streaming technology we've got, which allows me to do all kinds of cool things like cutaways and multi-camera setups and things like that. So yes, I just forgot to mute myself earlier. So apologies for that, but everyone's saying welcome and hi to everyone else. So those displays, I will do those as separate standalone videos in 4K. I can only stream in 1080p using this setup. So you'll see those in better quality in my channel over the next few days. So they will be coming up then. 3D Printer Guy says Gala Fireworks closing display at Belvoir Castle last night was something special. Didn't see it, but yes, Gala Fireworks are good. In terms of what's coming up on my channel, I know I did a live stream a few days ago and this live stream now. There will be another live stream coming up in the next month or so. Baby Peach mentioned it earlier in the chat. For those of you who don't know, myself and my wife are expecting our second child at the end of November, start of December. So I'm going to do another gender reveal firework thing. I did one 4.5, 5 years ago for my daughter. Go check that out on my channel. We revealed her gender on my channel and we'll be doing the same again for our second child. So that's coming up. There'll be a live stream in the next month or so. I've not got an exact date yet, but if you subscribe to my channel and enable notifications, then you'll be notified when that's coming up. And then also later in the year, well, there's going to be more exclusive first look landed footage videos from brand new fireworks. That's going to be coming your way as well. And then also in this very garage, if you've been following my channel for a while, for the past few years I've been live streaming from my garage just before bonfire night as I do set up for my displays and giving you guys some tips and tricks, and we've been hanging out and sometimes I've been streaming 4 or 5 hours a night, losing my voice in the process, but it's been a lot of fun. I know you guys like that, so we'll be doing that again later on in October as well, so stay tuned for that. 3D Printer Guy says congratulations, thank you. Tina McNeil says I like your new setup. Yes, it's the same garage, I've just reversed things around. I kind of like this wall better than the white wall, which is kind of behind the camera there. So I've moved things around, put up some new lights and got overhead cameras like that, and close-up cameras that are kind of there, and all kinds of good stuff coming up. Well, there was that camera, there we go. All kinds of good stuff coming up on my channel now that I've got the new setup. Tina says I like that you moved the... Yes, if you saw my stream, I did a stream on Friday where I was just testing this new setup for the first time, and I kind of realised that my chat was down here, so I wasn't looking at camera when I was looking at chat, and so kind of worked on that, and now I actually have the chat in front of me as well, which is good. I still do have a few things down here which I'll try and get moved up, but I've got the chat in front of me now, which is good, so I can kind of look at the camera and see chat. Maybe one day I'll get like an auto cue thing, actually be able to look directly at the chat, but it's just beneath the chat and it kind of works. So where is the bag of clay bung bit, says 3D Printer Guy? Yeah, do you know what? When I was clearing the garage to kind of get this setup going, I actually came across those and I binned them. Maybe I should have given them away as like prizes or something. I don't know. But those 3D clay bungs went in my bin about a week and a half ago. So that's where they are. So who knows where they are now. But hey, stay tuned because maybe there'll be some more bag of clay bung bits as we do the prep for this year's displays. If you don't know what we're talking about, go watch the streams from last year in my garage. We had a lot of fun and we came up with lots of fun hashtags, including hashtag bag of clay bung bits. I don't know. So there we go. Yeah, so I'm going to Southport, says Craig, both nights this year. May go to Catton. I think you mean Catton Hall, but yes, I know what you mean. Yes, I will. I'm hopefully going to Southport this year. Southport is where they have the British Musical Fireworks Champions. It's a great competition. I love it. It used to be over 3 nights and there used to be 7 displays. And it was great because it cost like £16 for the weekend and you could see 7 professional displays, each lasting like 15 minutes. So even better than the Firework Champions where they only last 10 minutes and you only get 3. Excuse me, my voice is going already. I'm not used to doing all this talking. The past few years, though, they've changed Southport to just be a Friday and Saturday rather than a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This year, though, bizarrely, they've made it a Saturday and Sunday, which I don't think is as good because I like to go with my family. And obviously, if it's a Sunday night, my daughter's going to have school. She starts school in September. She's going to be having school the next day. So a Friday and Saturday would have been better than Saturday and Sunday. So we're just seeing if we can kind of work it out. But all being well, I will be at Southport. So if you are there, Craig, well, I'll post something on my channel if I'm there. So it'd be great to meet up with you and say hi if you're there. Will I be going to Catton Hall? Maybe. We'll see. I think that's around... Is that the end of September, start of September? It's next month. Catton Hall is quite good. They do the Festival of Fireworks there. So they get teams to come, but it's not a competition. So there's no restrictions. Teams can just do a showcase, do whatever they want. So you get some big stuff happening there at Catton Hall. I've been there last year, I think the year before as well. So it is a good event. A little bit further out for me, but it's worth going to. So if I go, I'll let you know. It'd be great to catch up with you and say hi. Craig says another congratulations, thank you. Good memories, isn't it? Yes, absolutely. Craig says I'm relying on my daughter falling asleep on the 2.5 hour drive home. Yeah, it's a similar drive to, I think it's about 2 hours for me to get to Catton Hall. But yeah, and that's one of the reasons, if you were on the stream earlier, I was talking about how the Festival of Fireworks, the Firework Champions at Arley Hall. I took my daughter last year, she was only 3 at the time, and it is a very late night. It doesn't finish till like 11 o'clock and it is a bit of a trek from the display site back to the car. So my daughter actually fell asleep during the displays last year and then trying to wake her up and get her to trek back to the car with seats and food and all these kind of things was interesting. So I just went myself last night, which was nice to have a bit of time on my own. Craig says we'd love to meet you. Yeah, I'm sure at some point I will get to meet you and shake your hand and it'd be great to catch up. And your daughter as well, because I know your daughter watches my channel as well. So it'd be great to see you guys. So yeah, that's what I wanted to stream tonight. I wanted to show you last night's displays. I say I would have loved to have been able to stream those for you live as they were happening, but as is so often the case around the country where these events take place, they're in the middle of nowhere. The cell phone signal, the mobile phone signal is pathetic. It's just not enough. It's just not good enough to stream, let alone, I mean, I uploaded a picture from the event last night. It took about 5 minutes just to upload one photo. So maybe in the future, I would love to, if the technology allows me to do that, but at the moment the coverage in rural areas isn't great. 3D printer guy says I do love the Firework Champions, but would love to go to Catton Hall, Southport one day. Belleville Castle, they can't exceed 4-inch shells. Yes, there are some restrictions, particularly around castles and old buildings like that, where they kind of fire very near to the castle. They have to have more restrictions and things. So we'll have to take over a Weatherspoons for a night and meet up. Yes, I mean, maybe we will do that one day as well. So there we go. So I will be back soon. I say, it might not be live that you see me next, but I will be uploading more content. I've got some more content I've been working on. If you remember my bonfire night stream last year, we did some selection boxes. I've actually done some unboxing videos of those beforehand that I've just come across. So we'll do some unboxing ones of those and some reviews and things. They'll be coming up on my channel in the coming weeks as well. So lots to look forward to. I know I've been quite quiet the past few months, but we're kind of now getting to the season where the firework season in the UK is starting to gain momentum, so there'll be lots more content coming up on my channel. Anyway, I've waffled on enough. Most of it you've heard. I know a minute and a half of it, 2 minutes you didn't hear because I muted myself. But hey, thanks for bearing with me, guys. Thanks for letting me know in the chat. So I'm going to say night-night for today, and I'll see you again very soon. So thanks, everyone. Oh, and if you've not clicked like on this stream, click like, go subscribe. My name's Mark, by the way. I do firework stuff. It's all family friendly, and I hope to see you again on my channel very soon. Oh, and I can fade to black now as well. Rather than just end the stream, I can now magically fade to black. So let's do that. And thanks for watching, everyone. Here we go. We're going to fade to black now. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.